Oh, happy day, beautiful people. It's a great day to be great. I'm your girl, Yan, and we are back with another episode of the Positive Thoughts series. This is episode 9. Ooh, I feel some poetry with Yan coming. Episode 9, and I'm sitting here looking fine, and we gonna do a positive thought every single time. Anyways, I am so glad that you are back and you're joining me for the positive message that I want to bring to you all. And so I usually go back and forth. Like, am I going to pull from the positive thoughts jar? Do I have a positive thought that I've just been thinking about? And so this one, I actually pulled from the positive thoughts jar. I was going through the jar and I was like, I want something that really speaks to this past week. And let me tell you, I found the perfect card. This card is really, really special to me because I'm working on so much right now, and it's really just speaking to what I'm doing right now. And I think you guys will be able to relate to this as well, because you might be working on something as well, and you know, this could resonate with you. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to what the topic is. Straight from the positive thoughts jar, it says, sacrifice is giving up on something good for something better. This is amazing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all. So the topic of the day is sacrifice is giving up on something good for something better. And I love this topic. And as I was saying, this one resonates with me so much because right now, one of the things that I've been saying a lot of is sometimes you have to sacrifice the now in order to get to where you want to go. So when I seen this card, I was like, this is perfect. This speaks to exactly what I've been saying. And I liked this card so much because I think that sacrifice can be taken as something negative, when in all actuality, it's actually something positive. Because normally when you're sacrificing the now, it's because you have a goal that you want to get to, right? Let's just jump right into some examples. I actually started off by asking Alexa, I said, hey, what are some examples of some sacrifices? And she said, sacrifices can be belongings, comfort, or time. And so I was like, okay. And it was like something that I was really having to think about. The belongings was one that was kind of like, well, how would you sacrifice your belongings? How could that be applicable to giving up on something good for something better? And I think mainly what I pulled from that was, you might have old clothing that you know you do not wear. And I look over to the right because I actually do have clothing that I do not wear anymore that I could give up because I'm going to just get better clothing. I'm going to get stuff that's better for me, right? And I know that sacrificing those clothes is going to be also beneficial to somebody else. I'm giving up those clothes and somebody else is going to be able to wear them, and that's going to be great for them, you know? So, and it's a selfless thing to do as well, because it's like, I know that I'm no longer benefiting from them, but someone else can benefit from them. And that right there is just a positive thing to do. Anyways, I'm putting this out there because by next week, that bag of clothes needs to be gone. But yeah, so then she also said, like I said, she said comfort and time. You sacrifice your comfortability because you want to get somewhere else. You sacrifice that right now because you know that you're going to get somewhere else in the long run. Whatever your comfort is, like it could be just as simple as the comfort of your home. You could decide tomorrow, I want to move to another state. That would be sacrificing your comfort. Like I absolutely love my home. I absolutely love it here. It's so comfortable here. But you know what? I'm ready for a change and I'm ready for something new. You could literally in that moment decide, I'm going to sacrifice this right here, get up, leave, and move out of my comfort zone. And it'd be better for you because that's just something that you wanted to do. And there could be more opportunity by moving in another area. And if we just even get more in depth on the comfort piece of sacrifice, we can just look at that as a goal that you might want to get to. Take work, for example. You might want to just be like, you know what? I really want to get promoted. I really want to take this to the next level. What would you have to do? You'd have to maybe work longer hours. You maybe have to do things that are outside of your job title to really show why you are able to get into that next level. It will require you to step out of your normal day job and being comfortable in doing your daily activities and taking on more work, which could be a little bit uncomfortable because you might not even know the work that you're taking on, but you're like, I'm ready to learn, right? This could also be related to school. Say you decide today, I want to go back to school. You're going to go to school, and you know when you go to school to learn. You're going to be in uncomfortable situations where you're going to have to learn again, and it might be difficult. Some things might be challenging, but you're willing to sacrifice and do it because you know eventually you're going to get to the better, which is going to be getting a degree or getting a certificate, whatever you may go to school for. That's going to be beneficial to sacrifice the now. And if we just even dig deeper into, say, school, for example, that even is going to be related to the time piece, right? You're going to also have to start dedicating time to going to school. So time that you may have just spent in leisure is now going to be time dedicated to school. It's going to be time dedicated to your work. It's going to be time dedicated to taking quizzes or writing papers, you name it. You're going to have to sacrifice and use the time that you had for other things to now working towards the better things, right? And I was just talking to a friend yesterday, just a couple of friends actually, about sacrifice. And this is why I thought this card was just spoke to me, because this is essentially, as I said, something that is a common theme for my life. And I literally said, I'm willing to sacrifice this last 4 months in order to get to where I want to go. I'm willing to just stop doing what I was doing before, which is out kicking it every weekend. If I got to sit in a house and cook all my meals, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to sacrifice the now. One of my friends was like, you know what? I relate, because she's in real estate. She's like, you know, when I wanted to get into real estate, I knew I had to start saving money, and it was extremely uncomfortable. I had to just literally save everything and use it to buy the properties. And she ended up buying the properties, and now she owns properties. And that was a great sacrifice that she made because, you know, yeah, she was doing good, but she wanted to do better. And that's a clear example. And then I was talking to another friend, but they were just like saying kind of the opposite. Like, well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice everything. And it's like, I see what he was saying, but it's like at the same time, yes, I do. I've been doing this other stuff. I've been living within my comfort level for so long, just doing kind of just the bare minimum, just getting by. So now I need to do something that I don't normally do so that I can get to where I want to go. Yeah, life is good right now, but could life be better? Absolutely. And that was my mindset when it came to it. And that's why I was saying, like, sacrifice can be looked at as a negative. And I'm not saying he was saying it, that it was a negative, but he was just like, you don't want to really just get burnt out. You don't want to get to the point where now you're like, you sacrifice so much and now you're just like over it. And it doesn't have to be extreme, but think about the little tasks, think about the little things, and think about how this small thing is going to help me get to this big thing. You know what I mean? Whatever your level of sacrifice is, make sure that it's something that you are okay with doing, because ultimately it's up to you what you decide to sacrifice, but also what you do today is going to affect your tomorrow. You know what I mean? Think about it also as, say you're like, I want to go to the gym tomorrow. If you prepare today, it's going to be better for you tomorrow. When you wake up, you're going to throw your clothes on and you're going to head to the gym because you put your clothes out from the night before, right? And also, if you decided, you know, you're going to go to sleep early as well, that would actually help you too. But if you didn't decide to sacrifice and you went to sleep late, like I did last night, you wouldn't wake up for the gym. You didn't do the sacrifice the night before that you had to do so that you can get up in the morning and go to the gym, right? It can be looked at something as small as that, and you might not see the results right away, but it's a long-term goal to get to where you want to go. And that brings me to one other sacrifice, which is just going to the gym in general. When you first start out going to the gym, if you've never been to the gym before, you're not going to see results. But if you commit and you keep sacrificing and keep going every single day, or a couple of days out the week, what are you going to start to see? Results. It's going to happen, but you have to sacrifice that time and continue to go to the gym and continue to show up, because eventually you're going to have the results. You're going to start to look better. Like, yeah, your body's good today, but now it's looking better because you're, in an interim. And I want us to think about sacrifice as a good thing. I want us to think about sacrifice as something that you're doing to better yourself. One last point. I just thought about it. You're sitting here sacrificing your time right now by watching this video. Perfect example. And kudos to you, because by sitting here sacrificing your time and watching this video, you're committing to doing something that's going to be better for you. Now you're thinking about sacrifice in another positive light. Like, yeah, I do sit here and watch these videos because I want to be better. I want to think more positively. So, yes, sacrifice is a great thing, my loves. I just want you all to know that, as this card said, sacrifice is giving up on something good for something better. It's not that it's the worst thing. It's not. It's a great thing. Because it's you recognizing, yes, this is going really good, but how could it be better? And so I don't know what it is that you might have to sacrifice, or if you are working towards something and you've been feeling like, oh man, like this sucks. Start thinking about it as a great thing, because you have a goal in mind and you have a goal to reach. So all you have to do is continue to sacrifice, and eventually you're going to get to that goal. I seen this quote by Hormozi. I don't know if you guys know who Hormozi is, but absolutely love his content. And he did a thread and it said, the easiest part is making the goal, but the hardest part is actually staying true to the goal and finishing out the goal. He didn't say that verbatim. Actually, let me just pop it in. That's what he said. And I was like, this is so true. This is extremely true. We have to be able to set these goals and actually work towards reaching them. And a part of that goal setting is being able to sacrifice something good so that you can get to something better. Anyways, I hope that this message resonated with you. And if you are working towards something, you keep working towards it, because you might not be able to see the results right now, but eventually you'll start to see the results. And eventually you'll get to what is better and what's waiting for you. But if there's something that you haven't been working towards, I want you to start thinking about, what can I sacrifice right now to get to where I want to go? And what can I stop doing right now and start doing to get to where I want to go? And I think that that'll be very beneficial for you all. And again, we're thinking about this in a positive light. We want to be more positive. So what do we have to stop doing? We have to stop thinking so negatively, and we have to start thinking more positively. And then eventually we'll start to be in a more positive mindset. We're willing to sacrifice and changing our thinking so that we can get to a place where we're positively thinking and we're thinking more positively. Anyways, again, I hope that this message has resonated with you. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.